Breaking news today.
Please subscribe and then check notification box to get all breaking news alert.
People just started draining the swamp in a huge way, Washington rocked. When Donald Trump promised to drain the swamp, he meant it. But I don't think many Americans realized it would happen this way. Americans knew that established politicians had to go. We understood they were corrupt. They put their own interests ahead of the people. But perhaps we didn't realize just how many of them were sexual harassers. Already a flood of politicians have been exposed. Some are stepping down. Some have announced they will not run for re-election. But more news is on the way. Some estimate that many more will be outed soon. From Axios. Neil King, former Wall Street Journal deputy bureau chief, tweets that he's hearing the total number of congressmen with sexual harassment skeletons may top 40. Many lawmakers are scared that Senator Al Franken, Democrat Minnesota, set a new threshold for resignation. Last evening, Representative Trent Franks, the dean of Arizona's House Republicans, announced he is stepping down after learning the House Ethics Committee was investigating him for sexual harassment involving two previous female subordinates. Facing allegations of sexual harassment, Republican Representative Blake Farenthold of Texas and Democratic Representative Ruben Kihuen of Nevada have so far resisted calls to step down. Republican Representative Joe Barton of Texas said he won't seek re-election next year. It seems like sexual harassment was extremely common in government. It's only coming out now, because of the massive change sweeping the nation. Thanks to Trump, there is a culture of reform taking over politics. The old ways to protecting the status quo are being rejected. People are no longer afraid to speak out. Leaders who abuse their power are being outed. Politicians can no longer hide behind a wall of complicity. It's no surprise that most of these swamp dwellers are liberal. Democrat men claim to be feminist. They pretend to care about women's rights. But it's all a front. They tend to be the worst predators. But in the process, a few Republicans are being exposed. These politicians belong with the never-Trumpers and insiders. They have abused their power for their own gain. They need to go as well. It's time for a new wave of leadership to take over politics. Conservative men and women who embrace American traditions and values. Anyone that does not match up must be ejected. It's long overdue. Source: Axios.